There we go. Is it live now? Maybe it's on a little delay. It should be fine now. Come on, get up here so everybody can see you. Yeah. Always just jumping in. Is that good? Live now. On a slight delay. All right, everybody. I've got Gina, my assistant, helping out today, so if she knocks over the board, I'll pick it back up. I'm just going to give it a few minutes. I'm going to do these for the next few days, especially with what's going on through this week and some things. So if we get started here. So for the most part, if anybody has any questions, you can leave the comment. I'm more than likely going to have to get back to those at a later time. I could see some of your comments coming through. I'm trying a new software now so I can stream throughout the different channels that we have on our social media. So hope everybody's doing well this Sunday. And I don't want to waste or take up too much of your time. But with everything going on, I felt that it was necessary to jump on and try to bring some peace and calmness and some resolution back to this situation. So just to kind of start off, I know that, a lot of times I post some things and try to downplay things or try to not make them out to be more than what they are. And I get a lot of flack for that. But, in a situation like this, right now, it's not about, opinions or what, my necessarily thoughts are about this particular virus or just what's going on. But my purpose is, in life is to make sure that I'm empowering each and every one of you, my patients, my community, just into expressing their God-given potential. And in a situation like this, we need to remove that our opinions and just really start to be able to show up and be there for each other, and really look at this as an opportunity. I think with everything going on and we see the hysteria and how people are responding, I think this is an actual great time and opportunity to reconnect with ourselves, with our loved ones, and really just give a reevaluation of where we're at in our life. Always, we can get caught up in the negative things and downplaying things, but the truth is it's real right now for a lot of people. So what are we going to do to ease those fears and bring back a sense of community where we just support and love each other? So that's the purpose of today. I'm not going to really go over anything life-changing, I don't believe, in from the point of view of these simple daily tasks. I think it's something that, maybe we all do or we have done, or maybe we're just not doing regularly. But I just wanted to share with you what I do on a daily basis that has prepared me and why I do not worry for anything of this sort. The nature's going to take its course. God is going to act. Things are going to happen. On a daily basis, we just need to make sure that we have prepared our mind, our body, our family, our loved ones, our businesses in such a way that we are able to adapt and rebound from any crisis situation. So right now, we're just talking about opportunity, being love, coming from love, being kind to one another, taking some time to really sit back and reflect. I will go over my daily what I do on a daily basis right now. And then what I'm going to do is attach a bunch of just free things. What's up, everybody? I can't see who's commenting the way the Facebook, the users just show up blank. I could see the comments, but I can't see who's posting. So what's up, brother, to whoever that is. And so I'm just going to go over these simple things. But first, just as a foundation, so we know what we're dealing with. In any type of health crisis right now, what's really important for everyone to understand is what does dictate and control our health. And that is our central nervous system, our brain and our spinal cord. that is what is going to communicate to every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. And that right now, on a daily basis is what we should be doing to give our body the environment that it best needs in order to communicate effectively, adapt to whatever situation or stress that we have in our life, and then be able to rebound, be stronger, be more adaptable, and then be able to continue about our day. And then we also want to be able to share, what we've been learning about ourselves, what it takes to actually be healthy, things that have worked for us that some of us may not know or that we've lost sight of, and share that to people so that they can, empower themselves and get back to, a level of health greater than where they're at right now. So we're looking right now with this virus and the way that it's attacking the respiratory disease. There's nothing more important than making sure that your nervous system is functioning properly, especially when we're dealing with the upper part of your back and into your neck, where the heart, the lungs, and the majority of your organs that are controlled by your nervous system are in direct communication with that brain. So what we need to do is just make sure on a daily basis that we are providing the body with what it needs. But just to for those people that aren't aware right now, this is how disease will continue to build up into the body. We have this beautiful body that is made up of a nervous system. It is controlled by your brain, communicating through every single cell, tissue, and organ in your body, and then relaying back and forth messages in order for your body to be healthy. The challenge is that when we're entered with a stressful situation, and we have different types of stress, mental and emotional stresses, environmental or chemical stresses, physical stresses, whatever those stresses are, what they're actually doing is breaking down the line of communication between the brain and every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. When we have a disruption in communication, that's when the body will start to dysfunction. As that dysfunction continues through the cells, that is where the body will go from a state of ease to a state of dis-ease. And that's where we're looking at the disease process and where it builds. The challenge with that is over time, this is building in the body, but the last thing to present itself are the actual symptoms. So if you're preparing yourself on a daily basis to be adaptable for any health crisis situation or just any stressful situation, where do you want to start taking care of these problems? A lot of us do this. We wait till the symptoms arise and then we'll do something to get rid of it. But right now we know what we need to do. We need to prepare the body. So what's the best way to prepare the body is to address the levels of stress, right? And reduce those on a minimum basis daily. So one thing that I've kind of been sharing lately, which was a very powerful, life-changing weekend for me, was this weekend called Men of Iron with Dr. Ed Osborne and Dr. Jim Chester, Dr. Ryan Boyle. They're all taking that on. I'll provide links with that. But what that did for me was really get back to addressing 4 core principles that I do on a daily basis before I hit the door to make sure that my mind, my body, my relationship, and my business is going to continue to thrive and going to work just to be the best person that I can be for you, for everybody in the office, for the community, and for my family. And one of the ways that we're going to do that, and what I do on a daily basis, is just making sure that I'm healthy. And that is not only my physical health, but my mental health. All right. So the most important thing that I'm always going to revert back to, and that we have to do before we start taking action on anything else, is making sure that our mind is right, making sure that we're actually clear and we have clarity up here and intention on every single thing that we do. What is it that we are actually doing and why are we doing it? That is what's going to help get you through any tough time, especially what may be coming over the next few weeks. All right. So we have to be everybody needs to just take a step back, relax, take some deep breaths, and just know that everything is going to be okay. Why do we know it's going to be okay? Because we've been preparing for this. And if you have not, then just start preparing now. It's just like anything that we want in our life. The best time to take action is when? Right now, right? So it does not matter anymore about the things that you have not done or have not been doing. It's what are you going to start doing today in order to get your body right, right? So we just got to get that stuff, right? Got to watch my language, out of our head and just really put into perspective, a positive way of changing. So the first thing that I make sure that I do is making sure that my nervous system is clear, making sure that my brain is communicating to every cell, tissue, and organ, at its optimal capacity. The way that I do that, which again, I'll keep going back to this. I'm going to include all of this if necessary, and may start just like a free group with files and share everything so that way you can have it and you can share it with your friends. We have spinal hygiene exercises. These spinal hygiene exercises are what's going to keep your body in motion, or keep that nervous system in motion. Sorry, I just got handed some notes. Sorry. Trying to give you guys everything. So things that I forget, I'm getting notes passed back to me. To make sure that your nervous system is clear. These are simple things that we can do in the homes. Daily spinal hygiene exercises, making sure that each joint through the entire spine is moving the way that it should. So that way, the more motion we get, the more communication we get to the brain and whatever areas that part of your body is associated with. So like I said before, into your neck, blood flow, oxygen flow to your brain, your heart, your lungs, your immune system. As we move down into the lower part of your back, your digestive system, your reproductive system, we need to make sure that all of that is functioning properly. The absolute best way to clear your nervous system is through a chiropractic adjustment. There are other adjuncts that will help keep motion, yoga, different yoga moves, Pilates moves, different spinal hygiene exercises will all keep that motion. But to get your body checked by a chiropractor and to make sure that we are removing any interference so your body is communicating at its most effective and efficient level is primary, right? So we make sure that the nervous system is functioning, right? So now that everything is communicating and functioning at its best, now we can start feeding it the things that it needs to survive. And that's where we get into our nutrition. So for me, on a daily basis, the first thing that I do in the morning is grab anywhere from like a liter of water. I put some lemon and lime juice in it, and I just take that thing down. You want to get that body hydrated. You want to get that digestive system functioning right in the morning. The other thing that I do is another thing that I'll kind of go over later, not going to get really into it, is I'm fast. I'm not really eating any foods until the afternoon. But before, I get going, I make sure I take my fruits and veggies. I've got a crazy mixed drink here with all kinds of greens. So I've got spirulina, chlorella, algae, cilantro, like anything green that you can think of, kelp powder. What else do we got in there? Dandelion root, maca powder, moringa flower, green tea, everything. I buy it by like the big packages, and I just mix it in like a big bucket, and then I just mix it into these little recyclable jars, and I just put a scoop in and I take that down as well. So like the very first thing that I'm doing is making sure that my body is prepared with the nutrients that it needs in order to function at its best as it's been healing all night. Now I'm giving it the fuel necessary at a cellular level to be able to be prepared to fight whatever I come in contact with that day. What I'm going to do in the morning as well is I'm going to get my nervous system flowing through motion, get that brain firing right away. Really simple things to do is just take a walk. Like get up and start moving your feet. If you don't have access to a gym or a treadmill, then just run in place. Whatever you have to do to just get that heart rate up, get it moving, and doing some type of exercise. Personally, I jump in the sauna and do my meditation and stretching every single morning. I do my exercises in the afternoon. But, for anybody else or that doesn't have access to those things, and in your home, we can all get up, do some spinal hygiene exercises. We can put something green in our body. We can get some exercise and get the brain moving and functioning. And then one thing that we want to do is, especially like if you're for mental capacity and for our family, is make sure that you connect with them before you leave. If they're still sleeping, you're an early riser like I am, then you're leaving a note, leaving some type of loving, caring note that speaks to the love language of your partner. I know some people are out there wondering, like, okay, how does this have anything to do with the coronavirus or keeping me healthy? It's because in order for you to be healthy, it takes every single part of your being to be functioning and clear with your message. So that way you have the confidence, your body has the confidence, the people around you know that you have the confidence, and that you have built a solid foundation and there is no cracks in that armor, right? So being mentally clear and sound when I leave the house, that I've made sure and shared with Ashley that how much I love her, appreciate her, and honor her. And then to my friends, doing the best that I can to send messages to my friends and my family on a daily basis gives me, just it empowers me that day to know that I am loving, that I am caring, and that when I leave the house, I'm going to give that same love to my patients, to the community on a daily basis. So that's why relationships are in there. And then the most important thing of why you're doing these before you leave the house is to make sure that you're just providing yourself with self-love. That way that that before you left and entered this chaotic world that is filled with hysteria and negative things, and there's also great things of opportunity and love out there, but you've taken that time before you've left to provide your body from a spiritual, emotional, physical point of view, everything that it needs to survive and to move through. One thing I forgot to add on here, thought I did, was your business. Whatever your business is, to make sure that when I talk about business, is talking about learning something and educating or sharing that with somebody in whatever field or whatever you're passionate about. It's about creating a community and giving more, not only to yourself by learning something new, but then sharing that message and empowering others to be able to do the same thing, or to provide them with something that they can be able to use that they may not have known before. And once we take this on a daily basis, it really provides so much clarity and ease for the rest of the day. I can't believe that, or even begin to tell you, like, how much more relaxed and calm I am through the day when I know that I've given myself, my family, my friends, my body, my spirit, my mind, God, I've given them everything that I have before I leave that door. And now everything that happens is just icing on the cake. Anytime there's a stressful situation or something comes, up that may challenge or throw a roadblock in it, now I'm that much more prepared. I've already done everything. I know that I'm prepared, so there's no reason for me to get excited and become reactive. So I'm staying proactive on a daily basis, staying proactive on a Sunday. Like this morning, we got up, we were at the grocery store at 7. I've already gone through the week and I've planned it out. I've put everything in place in order for me to achieve and accomplish the things that I want through that week. And what is going on right now is no different. This is not changing anything that I do right now. Maybe I'm, building, maybe more communication or open up more lines of communication. But I'm not doing anything. This is why I'm not scared of what's happening. We make sure we do that before we hit the door. And then this is a real big, a real thing to really look at, is that in any crisis situation, right, we can either panic and worry, or we can take action and be confident and know exactly what we're doing is going to is just creating the best opportunity. And right now, when I see crisis, I would rather be creating opportunity, than diving into the hysteria and looking out the potential negative outcomes. So like right now, this was an opportunity for me to jump on and share this message and be loving and provide a sense of calmness and just let everybody know that it's going to be all right. I'm not going to provide any fear mongering, not going to be out here to try to take advantage of anybody out there that's looking for help and may be vulnerable. Right now is an opportunity to be able to share, spread love and help everybody. We look at those 4 areas that I talked about of growth. Look at this opportunity as everything slows down, as businesses slow down, as schools are shut down, as the potential is, and I'm hearing this from more and more sources and from other people, that we will go into some sort of self-quarantine, whether that's a nighttime curfew or they do ask us to stay inside the house, whatever that is. Let's not get caught up on the hysteria of it, and let's look at what we can actually build and build through that. We can build stronger relationships with our kids, with our family. It's an opportunity that if we haven't meditated or been doing deep breathing exercises or things of that nature to calm our mind, that we can actually learn something new inside of our house. If we haven't been the best at our nutrition, look at what we can do now with our kids and our family. We can teach ourselves how to properly can foods or how to create healthy recipes and give back, to our younger generation, ways that to teach them that we do not react and do not panic with every single crisis that comes up, that we've prepared ourselves and we reinstill that confidence with everybody. It's also a way just to look back at all of those areas and reevaluate every situation. So for example, like over the past year, my shoulders have just been shot. I cannot work out the way that I used to. I signed up to do a Spartan race to challenge myself to get back into the best shape that I can to complete that action step. But my shoulders are shot. So instead of trying to figure out what to do just to get through and to make these feel better, I looked at where I have been lacking certain exercises that I should have been doing this entire time. I realized I wasn't doing my core work or typical or basic ranges of motion exercises or joint strength type exercises. It was all this like BS, like, what do you call it? Just like, find for words, like ego type workout, right? Where it's just looking for these aesthetics of trying to make your arms bigger or your legs bigger or, with no function or reason behind it. But now it's completely shifted. I recognized I wanted to do something. I had a hurdle and a roadblock, and I found out what was missing in my exercise on a daily basis that I had to return in order to get out of life what I wanted. I want to compete again. So I had to start getting back to the basics. And that is in a situation like this where we're in crisis mode, let's just get back to basics. Look back at communicating better with your wife or your husband or your kids or your family. Let's get back to, eating healthier or exercising or learning something new that we haven't been able to because we've been so busy or the outside world has created, so many challenges or roadblocks there. So, again, these are things that we do on a daily basis. We just make it routine. And I know that some of this is going to be new for a lot of people. So like when we're working on creating anything new, don't expect people just to jump in and start juicing and fasting and taking all of these supplements when they've never done that. Just get back to the simple things and just start adding one thing that you can do on a daily basis. Just build the habit first. Eat an apple once a day. Just go for a walk for 5 minutes. Do a push-up. Do 10 push-ups. Do 10 air squats. If you're not used to journaling or just write something down on your Facebook page. Share something that is important to you, to your community on social media. There are so many different ways that we can create these healthy habits that will empower you and get your body onto this level of self-communication, self-healing, and self-love, that when any sort of crisis situation comes, you're prepared for it. And that's really what it comes down to. So I just wanted to touch base with everybody and just let everybody know that we are here for you. These things that you can start doing right now, today, are only going to make your life better, make you healthier, build stronger relationships, and prepare your business for any type of challenge that it may arise. Even maybe new business or thoughts or creative ideas can come from a level of solitude or being, confined or alone in certain situations like this. So if there's any questions or anybody has anything, I'm going to drop some posts in here. I have a free ebook I'm going to drop down. So kind of going over everything that I went here, so you guys can download that. Please share that. I'll put the spinal hygiene exercises, nutrition plans, everything that I have, I will post. And if necessary, we can create, a group and do some, fun things, here moving forward. So just wanted to reach out to everybody. I appreciate your time on a Sunday. I love you guys so much. Just stay calm, stay relaxed. Know that there are people out here that we do care about you and care about your families, and that are willing to help you and provide you with any and all answers that you need, in order to relieve whatever stressful situation that you may be in, provide some comfort. So just please reach out. I love you guys. Have a great day. And I will be back on tomorrow. And I'll kind of break some of these down and go through them to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But just wanted to reach out. Love you guys. Take care.